here for IrishBoxing.com. Tyrone, you're back in active. First thing.
Back,
Um,
back. The most active I've been in years.
yeah, no, listen, like what, like how long was it since Waterford? It was December, uh,
Three
December,
and a half weeks
January,
old.
like a month, literally a month.
Yeah.
Like
So
yeah,
I was
everything's going.
told 3 weeks after the fight that this fight was made. So like it was a short break. I
Yeah,
usually have we 6, 7, or 8 weeks of drinking and eating shit and
yeah.
not training, but I'm right back in camp. I had a good Christmas and I flew right back out to Germany and I've commenced camp for March 7th and I can't wait.
Let's go back to Waterford. Oh my God, wow. Like it's I actually can't find words to describe like what I seen right in front of my eyes.
It's
It was mental.
It's insane. It was insanity.
Yeah,
But you know what? Going into the fight, I had said a lot in the build-up saying I'm going to demolish him. It's going to be a demolition. I'm going to
yeah,
go out and I'm going to stop. I'm going to knock him out. So going out there, that's what I had in my mind. That's what's going to happen. I
yeah,
thought I'm levels above him. I'm going to have to show him levels above him.
yeah.
And when I felt that its power wasn't big enough to hurt me, then I just said, fuck it, I'll just go forward and go for a war. And I knew all my punches were hurting him, so I knew it was going to get stopped at some stage, and I
Yeah.
wasn't going to get hurt. So I went for it. It excited the fans. The people loved it, and it
People were
got me this big fight.
screaming. People were
That was it
screaming
here.
on the inside.
See, fair play to Dylan Moran's fan base because see, all during the week, the build up of the fight,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah,
coming up to me and they're all like during Waterford when I was going around for food and stuff, they were going, I can't wait to batter Dylan Moran. I can't wait to beat Dylan Moran. I was like, fuck, everyone's going to be here for me. And as soon as I walked out in that stadium, the whole place just started booing.
yeah,
I went, fuck
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Where's all the people who loved me last week?
yeah.
And but fair play, his support really got behind him and it made it a great fight. I think that kind of fucked with his game plan as well, where he threw caution to the wind and just went for a tear up because the crowd were
Yeah.
cheering for him to go for it. But it was the wrong move.
Talk me through the first round. Did like it looks like that you were hurting each other. Did he hurt you with punches? Because you obviously hurt him with punches. Like, obviously,
Yeah,
like factual, there was a knockdown. That is factual.
yeah.
Um, but did he hurt you with any punches?
Nah, not at all. I mean, he can't. He threw me off by surprise because my in my head when I was going out there, I was saying, right, Dylan Moran is coming to box here. He knows I'm a bit older. He's going to think hero's fatigue is going to set in, so let's get him to the later rounds. That's what I was thinking he
Yeah,
was going to do. And he just came out of the traps and went for it. And I went, what the
yeah,
fuck's going on here? So it
yeah,
took me a bit by surprise.
yeah,
But once I got my thoughts after a minute, um, and started letting go, I felt like I was warming up in it. And then the last, obviously, 10 seconds, I caught him a lovely 1-2 and, or 1-2-3, and put him down. But it was a great fight.
yeah.
I loved it. I think it genuinely should have been stopped in the first round. Um,
And
even,
balls to Dylan for coming out for the second. We were all saying that
yeah.
after. Fair play to him for coming out for the second.
Yeah,
Absolutely
fair
no.
play to him, but it was not even only that it was a 16-second count,
Yeah,
but he was wobbling going back to his corner like that shouldn't have been allowed to go ahead,
yeah,
but it did go ahead and made for a great next round. Everyone
yeah.
loved it, so the fans got what they wanted anyway.
Did you notice the atmosphere around you when you were in doing like when the introductions were going on? Like, did you look around you like, oh my God, like what's going on?
Yeah, yeah, because genuinely, because I'm Irish and I rap Ireland always, and I'm always fighting for my fans. I genuinely thought it's going to be a wee 50-50 crowd down here. There'll be a lot of fans here for
Yeah,
me. Obviously, they might be from around that area, but they'll still be there to support me because they're fans of mine in boxing.
yeah,
But it turns out when an all Irish affair is happening, they cling to their county, don't they? Which the shoes do. And do you know what? I enjoyed that the crowd were against me. It was
yeah,
something different and something
yeah,
about fun and
yeah,
getting the silence crowd was nice.
yeah. Like it was a great crowd. Like, did you bring like from what I seen at ringside, like it was really 50-50. But from your knowledge, do you know how many you brought down?
Now, I've not a clue because you know what? See, that day there was a lot coming down, but
Yeah,
I don't know if you knew, but there was an absolute hurricane in Belfast. and
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah,
that stopped a lot of people coming down. And also, there only is about four hotels in Waterford,
yeah,
so they were booked up pretty quickly.
yeah,
Well, a lot of McKenna fans didn't get to go down, but there was still a
yeah.
good few around the ringside. I mean, I had world champions and ex or footballers coming to
I've
watch
never
me.
seen Anthony Kakachi so passionate.
I
I've
know.
ne no like there's a picture of him. And I know you've seen the picture. It's the picture of him shouting. If you've seen that, it's like just a picture of his
Yeah,
face. A lad that I went down with, I think it was either Matthew Spalding, the boxer photographer, or it was Ralph Britton. But it was one of them that took the photo, and it's one of
yeah, I seen it.
the coolest photos I've ever seen. And that was because I looked over it when it happened, and that was when you just got your first knockdown. And I've never
So
seen it
was it?
passionate. Yeah,
Yeah, because you hear in the videos that I heard, you hear Kakashi going mad because before the first knockdown, Dylan put a bit of pressure on me.
yeah,
So he's like, keep calm,
yeah,
chill out. And then boom, I knock him out and he goes fucking mad or
yeah.
drop him and he goes mental. But it was good. It was good to have Tommy and Kakachi down to watch me and
Yeah,
Paddy Gall, my mate. So, but yeah, I loved that fight and I loved the whole week in the event.
yeah.
Um,
The
so yeah,
back
I'm
and
just
forth was
buzzing.
class, the press conference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know what? See the whole build up. I
Yeah.
was actually trying to be like
You were trying to be
nice.
nice. You were trying to be nice.
Yeah. And then he kept on saying a few things, and I was like, "Is this guy serious?" And then I said,
Getting
"Fuck it."
cheeky now.
Yeah. And I know he was just saying that because people were on to him. People were getting on him saying you're saying nothing to him. You're saying you're scared of
Yeah.
him. He
Yeah.
was saying a few things. And then I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to put it on him in the press conference because I know in my head, I kind of thought this guy doesn't fully believe that he's going to beat me. So if I put it on him, I put a bit of fear in them. I can get the psychological edge, and I think
Yeah.
I done what I wanted in the
Yeah.
the press conference.
Did you watch the Mexican War before your fight? Navarro, and the other fella,
Yeah,
Valtera. Oh my God! So this one of them came in with a fella who had a Rey Mysterio mask on, and he
yeah,
was like
I've seen that,
he looked
seen
like a
that.
luchador, and it was unreal to see. And those lads went to war, and then there was a Kazakhstan fella and a Polish fella that fought after.
Yeah,
Two unreal fights. But let's move to it's the post fight, and you're probably sitting at home. You're like, okay, what do I do next? Like retirement is obviously long
mm,
off now. We do not want to see you retire first
fuck
off. The retirement is
that.
not a word in your dictionary. But
No,
how did you get the call, and how did this fight get set up?
you know what's weird? It's funny it all fell into place because during my camp before the Dylan Moran fight,
Yeah,
my coach Tim came up to me and was like, I don't want to look ahead, but who do you think you would like for after this fight? And Harlem Eubank, I always thought he's a weight below me, so he
yeah,
was never in my radar. So and I actually like Harlem. Harlem's a nice person.
yeah,
He's been on my podcast and whatever. But so I was never really gunning for Harlem. But when he said that, and then I checked him out, now fuck me, I could actually fight him. And then I watched him a week before me, and I went, I'd love to fight him. And
yeah.
I put out the feelers. I don't know if it was before or after my fight.
I think it was
One or
after.
the
I
other.
think it was after.
Was it?
I
I
think
put it
yeah.
put it the feelers out there and then they just came. I think Harlem's manager or something was at the fight, but they just said yeah they'd like to have a fight.
Yeah.
It just came out of the blue, kind of out of
Yeah.
nowhere. And it's a fight I'm really excited.
It's a
Excited
great fight
about.
though. It is a great fight because I remember watching the clip from him and I remember talking to a few people and I was like, yeah, he's a weight below, but it looks like he's come up a weight now. And obviously
Mm.
it's a great fight. But do you know anyone else that will be on the card that we can expect to see if you can say anything at all?
Not yet.
Good. But no, listen, like it's how do you know? Like, do you have any previous interactions at all? I know you have, but just is there any previous interactions that you can tell us
Oh,
of you
oh,
and
oh,
Harlem and
all the interactions I've had with Harlem have genuinely been good. Like
yeah,
he's a nice guy. He's come over. He's been at a lot of my fights, maybe four or five of my fights. He's been a regular visitor in Belfast for McCollum fights, so I do see him quite a lot. He's been on my podcast. He's a nice person, but what I will say, I wouldn't disrespect him, but what I will say is he's never he's never had a challenge. I'm his first real live
yeah,
opponent, first real opponent. and
Yeah.
it's his first step up. And I think having 20 fights and me being your first step up in 20 fights shows where your confidence level is.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fighting the world number one Jack Catterall in my 12th fight.
Yeah.
So
And then you thought we just progress obviously a few fights after, and
yeah, so like that's confident fighter. So I'm thinking, is he ready for the step up? He hasn't had those a slow and steady step up. He's went from fighting people that are 16-5, 15-4, stuff like that,
Yeah.
to fighting me, and I think it's going to be a step too far for him.
I like I think the explosivity is one thing that'll play a part to you, but I think it is like it's a great fight, like, and I think it's going to be a
Mm.
good a good knock. I think it's going to be a great knock. On Channel 5 as well.
Yeah, I think he's a very good boxer. He's a very lovely boxer, very
Yeah,
lovely mover. Um, and he's good. He is good, and he's got a big name, Eubank. I don't know, I mean, it's one of the most popular names in boxing.
yeah,
But yeah, we'll just see what he actually is made of. We haven't. I mean, he can look good against decent opponents all day.
yeah.
All he wants, but let's see what he's like when he steps up a class, and I genuinely think I'm a couple of classes above him.
Is Harlem his brother or I'm sorry, is Chris his brother or his cousin, or what's the relation? Do you know?
Do you know what I, I think it's Chris Eubank's nephew,
Oh,
but
okay, okay.
then I read something yesterday on in Irish news,
Yeah,
and
the
it
Irish
said
one. Yeah,
it
yeah.
was Chris Eubank. It was Chris Eubank's son, and I was like, "Is it?" Now I'm confused. So, but I think it's his nephew. I think it's his nephew.
We don't know yet. We'll clarify that and then we'll confirm that. There's another fight that we reported on anyways that I put out, and it's Florian Marku. Was that fight anyway close to being to happening?
Is he not locked up?
Well, no, before he got locked up.
Oh, before not. I don't know. I mean, his name was always talked about. Actually, do you know what? It was close.
Yeah,
There was a lot of talk. There was back and forth from Boxer and my team. Um, but then it just stopped. The
yeah,
contact stopped. But to be honest, Eubank's a fight that I like more anyway. It's a
yeah,
big name. Um, Harlem Eubank's moved up from super lightweight to welterweight recently,
yeah.
like myself. I think he's a more recognized name in Belfast as well. So I think he's the perfect fit for me next.
Why? What? Actually, why the move up, Tyrone, for yourself? Why did you move up?
Just I was I was killing myself to make
Yeah,
light welter. I mean, was seen in the Moon fight. I was winning the fight more or less easy enough, but every time he tapped me to the body, it was hurt.
yeah,
And that doesn't happen in spars or anything else. It only happens when I boil myself down to 140.
yeah,
So I decided that I can't make the weight, but it's not worth it. I can't take shots at that weight. I need to move up. My body needs to be able to block or to take a kind of power. And
yeah,
like even when I fought Lewis Crocker, he was whipping body shots in, and it wouldn't affect me one bit. But then I go down a weight class, and Moon, who's not a big puncher, was tapping my body and put me down. So
yeah,
I just needed to move up, and it was the right move. And I think the last fight I showed like I've been welterweight a couple of times before, but I've never felt like it was a welterweight. Like the Lewis Crocker fight, I felt like it was blowing up super lightweight.
mm,
The Jenkins one, I felt like it blowing up super welterweight. So or super lightweight, sorry. So I think this time was the first time ever that I got on the scales. I looked ripped to shreds. I had a six
mm,
pack. I looked big for the weight. I
yeah.
looked like a genuine welterweight for the
Did
first
you feel
time. And
comfortable? Did you feel comfortable on the scales,
yeah,
Tyrone?
yeah, I felt great. I felt like normally when I make welterweight, I can cheat in the diet a wee bit and I can
Yeah,
I can mess about and I'll still make it. But that time I had to be strict as fuck. I had to diet down the point. I had to do all the training that I would normally have to do to make super lightweight. I had to do for the welterweight division and as I said, you see me, I was ripped to shreds. It looked like I made super lightweight the
yeah.
way the neck was in. So I think finally I've filled out enough that I am a welterweight.
What are you eating in camp? Like, what's the Like, take me through a daily routine of Tyrone nowadays when he's in camp. Like, I think it's 2 sessions, 3 sessions a day. I think you
Mm.
told me, or it's like it's
Yeah,
good about the sessions and like what are you
yeah,
eating, what are you drinking, like
e-
what's
either 2 sessions there or 3 sessions a day. But it's just about 4 liters of water a day. I would eat 3 or 4 eggs in the morning, and then I would every day it's the same thing. So it's about 3 or 4 eggs in the morning, and then you know Uncle Ben's rice.
yeah,
So I'll have half a pack of that
yeah.
and 2 chicken fillets
Oh
for
Jesus,
lunch, and then
that's raw.
for dinner I'll have half a pack, the other half a pack, and 2 chicken fillets, and that's every day.
It's like the clip that like it's like a Dublin fella. It's like I wake up in the morning, have cornflakes. I go to lunch, have cornflakes. Then have cornflakes. It's like the
and then
same
and then
shit over and over and over again.
and then I have a protein bar at night.
Oh,
But
just to
yeah,
change things up. It just changes things up. Yeah,
yeah,
fucking protein bar.
and do you know what? It's just, do you know what? I'm over in Germany, and it's hard to find.
Yeah,
Germany's not like Ireland and the UK where you can go into grocery shops and find loads of like low cal stuff
yeah.
and protein stuff. It's very hard to find that kind of shit over here. So
What's in the shops there? Like what would you be seeing?
the love, the fucking love gherkins over here. I mean, they have a full aisle of
It's just
just gherkins and
gherkins. Oh,
pickles.
just pure
It's fucking madness. Then. Then we've got see the way we go to butchers and it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
steaks and
yeah,
meat,
yeah, yeah.
sausages everywhere. It's just these whirly
The big
swirly
roundy
sausages.
sausages. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's loads of them, and then like even see like the bakeries. It's
yeah, yeah,
fucking insane.
yeah.
They'll have a bap sitting there with ham in it. Say
Yeah.
you order it. What would you expect in the ham bap? You'd expect some.
Ham and fucking excuse my French, ham and gherkins now when you're saying it.
I'm not joking you. They don't have any sauce or any butter on it.
No,
No
that's
butter,
raw.
no
That's
sauce.
mank. You can't.
They have a bap, a gherkin, and a slice of ham. What psychopaths?
Oh, what sicko has just made that? Oh my God.
I couldn't.
Have you
I
tried
was
it though? Have you
starving.
tried it?
Yeah, so I was
Oh
starving one
God.
day, and I was like, I need to eat something. So I was like, fuck it, I'll get that ham and bread. I'll be okay. And I got it. No sauce and a gherkin in the middle. I was like, what the? Who the fuck's gonna eat that? Where's the butter? Where's the mayo? Where's the whatever?
Speaking of food, what did you eat anything nice after the Waterford fight? Did you dig into anything? Did you have a beer? What was? Because I know like
Sleep.
you'd go off for a day or so and you'd have a few bits, but like yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
I after. Do you know what? After Waterford, I always do this. Straight after fight, I'll just eat absolutely everything in sight, so I don't enjoy anything. So I'll see something, like I'll have a sandwich while I'm looking for food in the fridge.
Oh my
I'll
God.
eat my sandwich and then I'll just pick up something and eat that. I'll just be continuously eating and never be hungry for a full week. But it's never anything around going, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'll just be stuffing my face, not even enjoying it, just stuffing my face and drinking. And usually about a week or two after, then I'll start cooking my own food and going to nice dinners and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't get that luxury this time because I
Yeah.
got a couple weeks off before Christmas. Everything is crazy before Christmas. No one gives a fuck about dinners.
Yeah.
And then I was away on a family holiday for Christmas. And
Wait,
then when
went
I
to the
came home,
Alps, is it? The Alps. It's the Alps?
no, I was I
Oh, that
went
was someone else. That
to
was someone else, yeah. That
I
was Graham
went to
McCormack. Yeah.
Spain. I went to Spain
Yeah,
for a
sorry, I
week.
think it was Graham McCormack or someone that went to. I got that confused. But did you have any interaction with Dylan? Did you go into Dylan's dressing room? Were you talking to him?
I was talking to him in the ring. I was talking to him for a bit, and then
The picture he's hugging
I,
actually in class as well.
yeah, I was going to go into his change room, and then I was like, I
Nah.
felt a bit shit. And then there was a lot of people in my change room looking pictures and stuff, so that took up a lot of time. But I gave him a meal the next day, I believe it was. Or sorry, I done a post on Instagram just congratulating him, whatever, and
Yeah,
then he mailed me, and we had a wee back and forth, and
that's
that was about it.
that's lovely.
I
Yeah.
know, cup of tea.
But like, so it's Eubank this time. Can we expect anything else in 2025? Like, there's a long way to go. We're in January. The fight's
I
in
know.
March. Um,
Listen, I'm I'm just fully focused on Harlem at the minute, but Harlem
but like, just
to
if
me,
if
yeah, Harlem to me is a huge, huge platform to springboard off. I mean, I had a good win against Moran, but Moran is a massive name in the UK. He's a big name in Ireland. But Eubank, he's got Channel 5. He was the most watched UK fighter last year. He was like 1.3 million people
Wow.
tuned into
I didn't
his
know
fight in
that. I
Channel.
didn't know that now. Wow.
Yeah, he was above the Tyson Furies last year. Like he was the most watched man,
The man who's
which is
retired
crazy.
about 9 times. Yeah.
It's crazy to think of, but that just shows you the traction that Channel 5 and terrestrial TV gets.
Yeah.
So to have that platform means that a lot of people, a lot of eyeballs on me, and it means that I can get a massive, massive fight in the
Yeah.
summer, hopefully. Once I
Because
do.
I know, like, Wasserman, they put out like a sneak poster, as I like to call it, like a few days beforehand, be like, "Oh, fight new soon," and we're just like, just announce the fight now. Like, you put one out about him, like, you might as well just put it out about Tyrone, like, just
I
announce the fight.
know.
Like,
I,
why are
I,
you
I
leaking
thought,
it, and then why are you not saying his opponent? We all know whose opponent is.
yeah, I felt like that the exact same thing. I was like, they're leaking it, but the leaking's just going to create that everyone's going to know. Like
Yeah,
they're going to go to Harlem and ask who you fighting, and everyone he's going to tell everyone. So
yeah,
everyone's going to find out anyway. You may as well just stick it out as
yeah.
soon as it's made.
Because like they did a collaboration as well with the Sauerland brothers. I was like, lads, just say it. Like, he's gonna say who it is. Just say who it is.
And
Um,
then and
yeah.
then Jimmy putting up on his post
Oh, that was funny. I know.
Britain v Ireland, and I was like, well, it's obvious now. Here it is.
You just gave it away. Like the jig is up. The jig is up. Like you just gave it away there. But
Exactly.
speaking of big fights, we have a press conference going down tomorrow in Belfast, the Ope
Yeah,
Hotel, the
but
Grand Ballroom.
what is it?
It's in the Grand Ballroom in the Ope Hotel.
Yeah, I'm
It's
buzzing.
Crocker against Donovan.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I'm buzzing for it. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if you know the whole card yet, but
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah,
big
yeah.
news coming.
Big news for
Yeah.
for a certain rematch. Sorry. Um,
No, not even that one. I'm talking about normal.
well, we'll
Oh,
leave that for after.
now you're stumped. Now you're stumped.
We'll
Now
leave
you're
that for
stumped.
after. We will leave that for after. I recovered there kindly. But anyways, on one last question. Three single words that we can expect from Tyrone. March 7th, live on Channel 5, ex Wasserman Boxing, ex Sauerland Brothers against Eubank.
Hmm. 3 words. Honestly, I don't know about 3 words, but genuinely, I know for a fact I'm going out there. I'm standing in the center ring, and I'm going for an absolute war. It's going to be carnage.
Okay.
I
Massive
know
war carnage.
he's gonna get dragged into something that he's never been in before. He's gonna find out stuff about himself at night, and I'm gonna dominate. And I believe I will stop him.
Tyrone, on that note, greatly appreciate it as always for the great crack of the chat, and I'll see you in a bit.